culture differences that I've noticed while living in Vietnam, there have been a few that have really jumped out at me, and one of the biggest ones for me has been weddings and wedding invitations. So, for example, I've been invited to a Vietnamese wedding before. I received a beautiful card. It looked very expensive. It looked like a lot of thought had gone into it. And it was my teaching assistant, and she told me, it's okay if you don't come. And I was very surprised, because in England, if you invite someone to a wedding, you've really thought about it. You've really thought about who you want at your wedding, and you spend an awful lot of money on trying to get them there. So if I got invited to a wedding in England, the bride and the groom would have thought for a long time about where I was going to sit at the wedding, who I was going to sit near, what I was going to eat. As you can see, this is the RSVP, which is you have to, when you get the wedding invitation, you have to fill it in with your name and then whether you're going to come along or not. Yeah, so if you don't show up to a wedding and you say that you're going to show up, the bride and the groom, they may stop being friends with you because they will be so angry. And I think in Vietnam it's very different. If you decide you don't want to come along, then you just don't come along. But yeah, if you get an RSVP, you have to reply months before the wedding so that the bride and groom can plan everything. So you can't bring a friend on the next day either, because they panic. Yeah, and you could never, if you met somebody and you wanted to invite them to the wedding, you could never invite them without asking your friend, and your friend would say no, because there's no space for that person.